Yo, bro, good to see you. So today I'm going to, or tonight I should say, I'm going to a Little TJ concert. Now, if you don't know who Little TJ is, he's an American rapper. You can go and Google him, you can go and find out who he is. I listened to Little TJ for like 5 years now, back in my video game days is when I first discovered him, and I've listened to him ever since. So going to a concert and then seeing him in person without sounding too much of a fanboy is like, yo, it's exciting, do you know what I mean? It's an exciting experience. Now, he's one of the only artists I know like all the songs to, so it's good. It's going to be a fun night. Now, this might sound a bit deep for what it is I'm talking about, like, oh bro, it's only a concert, chill out. But the point I'm going to make is very interesting, and you can learn from it, and you can apply it to all areas of your life. You can see how I'm made for this fucking job. I can find anything and turn it into a life lesson for you that you can apply to any other area of your life. So I can even take a concert of Little TJ and turn it into a life lesson somehow. So listen up. I was watering the plant before. And when you have these random intrusive thoughts that just pop into your mind, just out of nowhere, they have no real cause at all. They're just bam, like that, out of nowhere. And sometimes these intrusive thoughts can be negative, right? As I'm sure you're well aware of. So I was watering the plant, and obviously because I'm naturally quite excited for this, I was thinking, yo, this is going to be such a sick experience. Like, it's just going to be fun. It's going to be really fun going to an actual concert. I've only been to one concert before, and it was with my brother. And he went to see an artist called Dave, and I don't really listen to Dave too much, so it's going to be nice to go to one that I actually know, right? So naturally, I'm quite excited about it. I've been looking forward to it for a while. Me and my girlfriend are going. I booked it not too long ago. And she's learning all the lyrics for it, bless her, just so she can sing along with me. When I was watering the plant, this intrusive thought popped into my mind, and it was like, yo, what if it gets cancelled? And all the excitement that's been built up, you have to, basically gets crushed, and you have to wait until a later date. What if that happens? And it's funny me explaining this to you because it sounds so insignificant to you. Of like, oh bro, it's just a concert, chill out, like stop crying when you're on about. Stop being such a fanboy. But it's like, it's interesting how your mind has expectations of how life should go. And then if life doesn't go in alignment with those expectations, if reality doesn't go in alignment with what you're expecting to happen, that's when you can often disappoint yourself or be unhappy, if you want to use that word, or feel inadequate. And it's quite interesting, right? Because just that one little thing of that mild excitement that I've got, that for a split second might have been shut dead and have to be cancelled and wait till a later date. It's like, okay, well, that expectation that I've got of, yeah, I'm going to this concert tonight, it's going to be sick, it's going to be exciting, I can't wait, it's going to be well fun, it's going to be lit, bro. That expectation isn't guaranteed. Just like anything else in life, you understand? So with whatever expectations you have of like, oh, I should be this, my life should be going this way, I am this age, so I should have this and this and this, I should be rich by this age because everyone else is rich. All these random expectations that you get, usually because of social media or the internet, you have to understand that none of this is guaranteed. So you expecting it to happen just because you've seen someone else have it, or just because for whatever reason it's been bred into you and you just believe that's how life should be, you're going to have a shock at some point when you realize that, oh, reality doesn't always go my way. There might be something that I really, really, really want, and I just don't get it. And it's not that life isn't fair. I don't like people when they use that term, like, oh, life's not fair. That's what life is. It's just chaotic. It's unpredictable. It fluctuates. It's fickle. And you as a human being, as part of your journey, as part of your evolution, your spiritual enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, your connection to God or Allah, it's a part of that for you to understand that nothing is guaranteed and life is supposed to be chaotic. That's the point of it. That's how you have multiple and a variety of experiences. If everything that you expected to happen just happened and there was no risk of it being taken away from you, there was no risk of things changing or not going to plan, then you'd have the exact same experiences for the rest of your life. And not only would that be boring, but you wouldn't learn anything. And also, life wouldn't really be worth living if you just knew exactly what was going to happen all of the time. You understand what I'm saying? So that's point one, is you must understand that life isn't supposed to go a certain way. It's supposed to be chaotic, it's supposed to be unpredictable, and things often sometimes are supposed to go wrong, if you want to even use that word. Now, I don't really like labeling things as positive or negative, good and bad, right and wrong, because I think that's up to interpretation and your perspective on life. And also, I feel like if you label things as negative, you just naturally put yourself in a low vibration for no reason. So, for example, using the very insignificant concert example. If it got cancelled today and all this excitement that was built up just ended like that, and I was like, oh, I'm disappointed, I was so excited for it, I have to wait now for another month or whatever it may be, right? Even if that happened, it doesn't have to be a negative experience. Even though I feel disappointed, I feel negative emotions, right? I don't have to allow it to affect me. I don't have to allow it to bring my vibration down. Excuse me. And the reason because of that is because if I don't expect things to always go a certain way, then I'm prepared for all eventualities. I'm adaptable, right? And I'm not sure, you've probably heard the quote before, but it's the most adaptable that survive. I think it was Charles Darwin that said that. Somebody said it, some philosopher or some shit. And it's absolutely true, because if you can adapt to any situation that you're faced with, that's how you survive, that's how you grow, that's how you come out on top in the end. No matter what situation you find yourself in, if you're adaptable, then you're going to win. So go forward and just take this as a reminder to understand that nothing in life is guaranteed. I know it sounds a bit pessimistic when I say that, but it doesn't have to be. Again, don't take this as a negative. Take it as a positive and learn to adapt to things. Learn to be adaptable. Learn to be prepared to adapt if needs be. Yeah, always assume the best case scenario. Always just expect the best case scenario just for your own, I guess, happiness, if you want to call it that, or your own positive emotion. But also at the back of your mind, somewhere in your mind, you must just be prepared that if this doesn't happen, I've got to adapt. I've got to be ready for it. If things don't go my way, if reality doesn't align with my expectations, I've got to be ready for that. Because if I'm not, that's when most people have this shock and they're like, oh, fuck, man, you have this midlife crisis or something, you know? And it's unnecessary, because it doesn't have to be that way. If you remove the attachment of your ego and your emotions from these expectations, that's when you become free, that's when you become liberated. So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope at least something that I've said in this video has made sense to you. I don't want to drag this out for too long. Maybe this might have been a bit wishy-washy for you and you don't really understand what I'm on about. You might think I'm just chatting shit. But really just rewind it and listen deeply to what I'm saying and try and apply my words to a situation that you've gone through. Have you ever been in a situation where you were looking forward to something and it never happened? Or you were really excited for something and it didn't happen, you were disappointed? Or you thought that new girl that you got with, she was the one. It's going to be perfect, this is the perfect relationship, and then she broke up with you, she cheated on you. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Let me know in the comments down below if you can relate to any of these situations. But point being is we all have expectations of what life should be like, but there isn't a should or shouldn't. It's just all an experience. You've got to enjoy it all, both positive and negative, right? And that comes with labels, because I don't think there's any such thing. I think it's all just an experience you're supposed to embrace and learn from and grow from, and that's it, right? So take that as you will. The coaching's down below. The sexual mastery course is also down below. Go and check them out, see what you think, and definitely consider investing in something that will stay with you for the rest of your life. So look after yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.